Would anybody like to make a motion to suspend while I let a candidate speak?
Motion
I
to
move
suspend.
we suspend and let candidates speak.
Okay,
I'll second that.
a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Who was the second?
Bill.
Bill. So anybody opposed?
Noda.
No? Okay. I appreciate that.
Gotcha.
Would you like to speak?
Hey.
Now sit it.
Thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to come before you. I'd like to say I'm John Monds, a newly declared candidate for the office of Libertarian Party nominee for president. Now, I haven't formally declared yet. I made my commitment about a week ago in Georgia, but we're putting the team together. I have my campaign manager with me today, Doug Craig, who's been on the national committee before, done a lot of great work from Georgia where I am. But I just wanted to come here. This is my first event, as a candidate, and I thought it was important when I found out that you're having your convention. I live in Georgia, to show, one, that I am committed to this race. And I'm committed to the Libertarian Party. I've been active in the party. Now, how long do I have?
You go.
But been active in the party for about 15 years. And I've run other campaigns, ran for governor in Georgia in 2010, and set a record with that campaign, the most votes received by a Libertarian candidate in the history of the state. Back in 2008, when I ran for a Public Service Commission, became one of the first Libertarians to ever hit 1 million votes in the party's entire history. And I like to go back to my first campaign in 2006, when I ran for a local school board position I'm from Grady County, Georgia, the bottom of the state. And I like to tell people I ran against the local drug dealer. It was a local guy, but UGA grad, local boy. But he was the pharmacist there in my county, so he dispensed drugs to all the folks around town. And I still got 13% of the vote in 2006, my first time ever running. And in that year, it was the highest percentage of the vote in the whole entire state for all the candidates. So I do have a record of getting out there and having success. Over the 4 or 5 races I've run, I've actually received about 1.8 million votes that people check for the Libertarian Party. I'm very proud of that record. But I am committed. What I think is important for any candidate, for any party, but especially a Libertarian Party, is being able to deliver our message, a message of freedom. Like the chairman said, it's all about moving the needle towards liberty. So a lot of people get caught up in that they come to the party, spend a little time. If they don't have success, they leave the party. They get very discouraged. But that's not me. When I found the Libertarian Party, back when I was young, in college, I worked on a campaign and got so disgusted with politics, I totally dropped out. And after I got married and had some kids and saw the direction the country was going, I said, I've got to do something. I can't sit on the sidelines any longer. So I actually started from scratch. I actually read the platforms of all the major parties that were in Georgia. The Democrats, Republicans, the Libertarians, the Green Party, the Reform Party, the Constitution Party. And after doing all that, when I saw the platform, I actually got excited about the platform of the Libertarian Party. And I still am to today. Because I could just see that this was the party that was serious about freedom. And I haven't looked back since. I went from being politically homeless to actually running, in campaigns, and actually stepping out there and saying, this crazy notion of running for president, but I'm okay with that. I'm not sure what the impact will be, but I can guarantee you this: I'm committed. I'm committed to all of you in here, because I know what it's like to be in some of these same seats. I've worked on the Georgia XCOM for probably over 10 years. I've started local affiliates and struggled to find members. I've done that. and I'm still here and I'm committed. I've been disappointed the last few election cycles, to say the least, about our leadership from the top of the ticket and how our message is expressed. So I won't go into details about that. Maybe you know about it, seen it, experienced some of those same feelings. But my thing is this, is talking about freedom-based solutions to any problem that we face today and staying on that message. So my number one priority as a candidate, the number one issue with me is ending the foreign wars. That's the top. You know, and when I thought about it, there's a lot of things that are going, you know, crazy right now. But that is where people's lives are on the line every single day. Not only our countrymen, but people from around the world. And that, I think most of us would agree, some of these things that are going on should not be taking place. So that's the message I want to put out to the entire American, you know, people. Not just the Libertarian, but as a candidate, we have to choose issues that we can beat the other candidates on. And I think, for sure, these foreign wars is one we can win on. I think the people are tired of it. We shouldn't be doing it. We can look at the reasons we were lied into certain things, and I think the people are tired of it. We can win. The other parties aren't doing that. They've had opportunities over and over again, and they haven't done anything but let us down. You know, I'm going to talk a lot about taxation.
Come on.
You know, we're talking about ending the federal income tax.
Come on.
You know, I think that's an issue that we can get some support from just about anybody. You know, I talked to my daughter, recently started working, and when she got her first paycheck, I said, look at that. I said, you see what they're, you know, taking out of your paycheck? Did they work for that? Do they deserve that? And like anybody, she's like, that's not right. You know, I work for that.
Yes.
So these issues are simple, but we need to present them. So I'm going to talk strongly about ending the federal income tax. We know that it hasn't been the entire history of the country that it even existed. You know, so I think we did well before we had it, and we'll do even better when we get rid of it again. So, but those are some of the things that I'd like to talk about in the campaign. I want to get an opportunity. I want to hold up your meeting. I know how these things go. But I'd like to stay here with you, and maybe during break, during lunch, I'd like to meet every one of you individually. If you have any questions for me personally, I want to mention my website. We've got the shell up, but we're going to be broadcasting and hopefully putting out to the world on Monday. It's Monds2020.com. So I've already done some video.
Can you spell that for me?
Monds, Monds2020.com. And I'd love to have some support. If you have concerns, you say you have 6 delegates. I love to talk to all the delegates, but not just the delegates. I want to hear what each and every one of you have to say. I want to hear what's the issues important to you in Mississippi. You know, another thing I'd like to see as the nominee is that what would you need from your nominee to help you here in Mississippi? You know, that was an issue in past elections where even in Georgia, we wanted our candidate to come to Georgia, this high profile, you know, top of the ticket, come and help us out. We need help. That's what I'm also committed to do. We have whatever we have to do to schedule it, but what can I help Mississippi do to move that needle further toward liberty? Those are the type of things I want to talk to you about. I appreciate the time. We're here. We're not going anywhere. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for showing up, taking your time to invest in this party because it's important. You know it is. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here, because I'm committed to running this campaign, and I'm committed to hopefully representing you in a way that you could be proud to say, that's my candidate, I support. Thank you.